I want to talk to you guys about something about me. It's not always going to be interviews. Well, today I want to say that I got accepted into the University of Florida, meaning that I got accepted to UF, you know? Alright guys, so I just graduated from college. Now what? Hey yo guys, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm gonna go deep down of how my whole experience at the University of Florida was. Let's go. Alright guys, so to begin everything, I'm going to go in chronological order. From the first day that I moved in to Gainesville, which is of course the city of the University of Florida, to my graduation day, which was almost like 6 months ago. Now, if you guys want to know how I got admitted to the University of Florida, you could of course obviously check out this video, of course, how I got admitted to the University of Florida. It's an old video, but it's a good video, of course. So beginning on the first day that I moved in, it was my first day of actually me living alone. My family dropped me off and then they left, and when they left, I obviously started crying, you know, of course, it's normal, you know. It was my first time of me living actually alone. And honestly, like, damn, like I was alone, you know. So of course, the first thing that I began doing was to cry. Of course, I was crying, you know, shit. After that, I got a little accustomed, you know. I started going a lot to Walmart to, of course, buy things, you know, buy my bed, buy this, buy that, etc. And after that, my classes began. So when classes began, I was like, all right, it's time to go to classes, you know, this is a piece of cake. And I started handling UF, like Broward College. If you guys didn't know, I went to Broward College before going to UF, so I'm a transfer student. I did not do 4 years at UF like people think. I only did 2. So the first thing that I noticed in comparison to Broward College was that the classes at the University of Florida, they were massive. Like they were literally classes on auditoriums, you know. So of course that was pretty cool, you know, and I saw a lot of people, you know, so I was like, damn, this is gonna be fucking easy. I'm gonna be making friends super quick. And of course, I was wrong. When I tried to be friends with the people, for example, like my classmates, I noticed that the majority of my classmates, they were really focused into studying, doing their work, their homework, etc., you know, and friendships, they had little to no priority when it came to having friendships. At least that's what I saw. And it's not like I'm saying, damn, I went to school to talk to people and like to party and like to be super social. But I mean, honestly, like, of course, if you're in a setting, you know, where you're doing school, etc., it's healthy to talk to people, you know, like you shouldn't be closed nor nothing like that, you know. Honestly, if you're in school, it's super healthy, you know, to try to make friends, you know, because that's part of the college experience. However, like I told you guys, since I treated UF like Broward College, I wasn't putting a lot of my effort into my classes, and I ended up going from being an A student in Broward College to being a C student at UF. Like I wasn't doing very good when I first got to Gainesville. So of course I was desperate, you know, to talk to people, you know, and I didn't have a lot of people to talk to, honestly, you know. So when I was in Gainesville, one of my friends who was actually in high school with me, when I was a senior, he was a freshman, I don't know, type shit. The thing is that he knew me because I made YouTube videos, right, of course. And he contacted me, he was like, yo, I'm in Gainesville too, let's talk, etc. Boom. I ended up hanging out with him, you know, he had a Kubi. I smoked from that Kubi that he had, and that Kubi that he had mononucleosis. And I got mononucleosis. If you guys want to see that video on how that experience was, you could obviously click it right here, of course. The thing is that, damn, I got fucking mononucleosis. I wasn't even doing good in school, remember? Because I was trying to make friends, etc., you know? And I got sick. The thing is that, boom, being there 3 months at UF, I wasn't having the best grades. I got sick, and I was only able to make this video. I had to go back to Miami to the hospital. Why Miami, the hospital? Why didn't I go to the hospital over there in Gainesville? Because of course I wanted to be with my family, you know. My family was in Miami, you know. I wanted to be closer to them, you know, of course. And I went back. I was literally in the hospital. I ended up getting super skinny. I also had a hernia at the time, and I got my hernia fixed. Of course, they did a surgery on me, and I had to get a retroactive withdrawal. What does that mean? That means that I would withdraw from my classes without affecting my grade. Of course, obviously, if you want to do a retroactive withdrawal, you need to have your papers on check, you know. You have to medically need that, you know. Basically, like, you gotta be sick. In my case, I was super sick. I was in the hospital. I had all the papers that I needed, and I submitted it, and they accepted it. Thank God UF handled it pretty well, and I ended up withdrawing from the classes that I was doing bad at, which were like half of my classes, you know. So of course time passed, you know. Damn, it's super hot out here in Miami. That's one thing that I don't like about Miami, that is super hot. Anyways, the thing is that, boom, okay, that happened. That was on my spring semester. Then I was going to the fall semester, which I went back to Gainesville. This time I knew what I needed to do, you know. I knew that, damn, if I'm gonna go to Gainesville, I cannot be fucking playing around, you know, trying to meet people, etc. No, I gotta get to business, and get to business means doing actually good in school, and that's what I did. I knew what I was getting into, you know. In the beginning I didn't know about UF, but UF is a hard school. Like, UF is a hard school, and if you wanna pass and you wanna graduate from UF, like, you have to put in the work. And of course, by also me putting in the work, I was also putting in the work, you know, of me being a YouTuber, you know. Of course, you guys know the content that I make, which is my interviews, and I needed to make interviews over there in Gainesville. So of course I needed people to help me film, help me interview, etc. And that's when I contacted Justin and Maga, who are these people right here who helped me film. I was able to make these bangers thanks to them. So obviously, if you guys are watching this video, thank you guys so much, of course. Apart from YouTube, I was also starting to get involved in UF. If you want to meet people, the best way of doing it is by getting involved. And you must get involved, you know, because if you don't get involved in UF, nobody's gonna come to your door and be like, hey, you wanna be my friend? You wanna be my friend? No, that doesn't exist. Like, if you wanna make friends in UF, you need to get involved for real, and you need to step out of your comfort zone, you know, and actually do it. The thing is that, yeah, I got involved. I joined PAS, and I was actually one of the members, you know, who moved that group. That was my wave, you know, of getting involved. Apart from that, you know, of course I'm Peruvian. Like, I fucking love Peru. I love my country, why wouldn't I, you know? Anyways, thanks to PAS, I was able to eat some good Peruvian food over there in Gainesville. I was able to meet people, you know, and thanks to those people that I met, one of those was Marcelo. Marcelo's my boy who also lives in Gainesville. He's Peruvian, of course. I met him through PAS, obviously. The thing is that he also knows how to work the cameras, and thanks to that, I was able to make this banger. Just take a look at this. This literally looks like a Batman movie, you know, like this shit looks fucking amazing. So of course, Marcelo, if you're watching this video, hey, if I go back to Gainesville, we have to repeat that shit, you know, because that shit was a fucking banger. Just letting you know. Anyways, the thing is that, boom, I began, you know, making friends. I started doing good in school. I was focused, started going to tailgates. I started seeing my friends from my past high schools that I would never see. I was able to see them, you know, so it was a nice experience. The semester ended, 2020 began, and I was on my note, you know. I was also going to school. We were planning some things, you know, and then, boom, fucking COVID came. Yes, COVID came. The classes ended up being online. They were not even in person anymore. So in my mind, I was like, damn, why the fuck would I pay rent here in a place where my classes aren't even gonna be in person? Like, my classes are gonna be online. Might as well just be home, not pay rent, be with my mom, you know, because my mom was staying alone. And I was like, what the fuck? No, I'm might as well. Why the fuck would I pay rent, you know? So I went back to Miami. I mean, COVID fucked it up, obviously. They fucked up my college experience. But from the 10 out of 10 that I was living in Gainesville, at least for that one semester and a half, boom, everything went downhill, you know, because I started taking classes online. Of course, the experience, you know, the learning experience is not the same. I started seeing my classes and my assignments like chores, you know, like, damn, like, it wasn't even enjoyable. Everything was writing this, writing that. Like, honestly, and I'll be completely honest, because UF doesn't pay me. Nobody pays me here, you know. The only people who support me and pay me is the people that watch. So thank you guys so much if you're watching this video, of course, and if you're watching until now, thank you so much. The thing is that I barely learned anything when I was back home. Classes online suck, honestly. They're not the same, definitely not the same. And damn, you know, like, my whole college experience went downhill, you know. So my college experience compared to other people is not the regular one, you know. It's a little fucked up one, you know, because damn, I got sick the first time, and now COVID came, you know, and like everything is online. It's like, damn, fuck. The thing is that I kept on doing my classes online, you know. I was a college student, of course, and when classes were gonna go back to being in person, and when I say in person, it's with limited people in the classrooms, with limited everything, was gonna be on the next semester, when I just needed one semester left to graduate. And I was like, damn, I'm not gonna move back to Gainesville, move all my stuff again back to Gainesville, just so I can be there one semester, you know. So that's when I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna stay home, I'm gonna stay in Miami, I'm gonna try to make content, which I did. I started making content here in Miami, of course. But apart from that, boom, I graduated, and after I graduated, this happened, of course. But yeah, guys, of course, that was my experience at UF. What would be my rate, you know, in UF? I mean, taking that into account, everything, you know. I mean, I was in the best and I was in the worst. So, I mean, I don't know. I would say it could have been better, of course. COVID fucked it up, honestly. I would give my experience from a 1 to a 10, 5 being normal. I would give my experience a 7. Nah, a 6. It would have been a 10, honestly, if I would have stayed in Gainesville, you know, and none of this shit happened, you know. But I mean, nobody controls that, you know. Things happen, you know, but it is what it is, of course. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's hot as fuck, honestly, you know. I don't even know why the fuck I'm doing this video right here outside. But I mean, I think it looks pretty dope, you know, if you guys see like this shit moving a little bit, you know, like I think it looks pretty good. And apart from that, of course, you know, it is what it is, you know, things happen for a reason, you know. And yeah, of course, if you guys like this video, of course, give it a like, honestly. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. Let's go, baby.